All right then. So, hey, what are your guys' thoughts on the week? How did it go on the sponsoring, having your teamy go live, the shares, and all of that? What are your takeaways from any feedback you got or your thoughts?
I thought the lives were great. Just different perspectives, different tips, motivating ideas. Love Yvonne and Brandy's about, hey, you got to have parties. You can't just reach out there. You got to have parties. So I thought it was very effective.
And that totally segued into what we were doing this week with the book 2 parties. So yeah, I think it was good.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, I liked your posts, Yvonne, because they were spot on and it gave something every day. So I love that. If all of us do that, oh my God, they're going to really feel, all of our team members will feel value for being in this exclusive group.
Yeah.
Any other takeaways or thoughts on either the videos or the week 2, book 2?
I'd like to see more lives like that. I think if we do more going forward from our people too, because you can tell they're so scared. So I think it's really great to push them out of their comfort zone and let them practice on us so that they get good and can do that with their customers and teams.
Yeah,
yes, I agree.
A small group. It's, I mean, there's what's to be scared of. Practice on us. Make all the mistakes you want, because that's how we learn.
Well, I think it's a critical skill given the world we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
You just basically got to get comfortable in doing it.
Can you hear him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just coaching one of Angel's girls, Terry, who's rocking it, and we were just talking to her prior to this little meeting about going live. She has a couple parties going on, so she said she went live real quick over a diffuser, but we were just telling her how to go live and show product and get it out there, and she said she's shy. I said, yeah, but how else are we supposed to get the product out there if we can't be there physically? So she's definitely reaching out, and yeah, that's we were just talking to her about that this morning.
Sharing her excitement, basically.
That's a great point. Because how else are we going to do it nowadays? We don't get to do a home party.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
What if we have, maybe that's part of the deal this week, is everybody has to go live and share maybe 3 different things, or I don't know, just so they practice on us.
Yeah, how to do Facebook parties? Oh, Christy, your hands up. We have a
let's see, Christy.
So I had a one-on-one last week with one of my girls. She's really shy. She loves Scentsy.
Did it end with a happy ending?
It did. I'm trying
That's
to get
what
her
I
in
think
here.
of every time I think of one-on-one.
Oh. I need more coffee. Hold on a minute. Anyways, so I had her come over, and when she came over, I told her how important, one-on-one, how important it is to go live. And she said, I'm just scared and I'm not ready. And so I had said, we're never ready. People think I like to go live, can't stand it, but it makes a difference. So I said, how about this? Like I always tell everybody, our team page is our safe spot. And so I said, how about you and I go live? And I got the new box of all the new stuff. And I said, let's go live in our team page together. And then you have a partner. And so she ended up going live, and she wasn't shy after all, like, cause she had me there. So she did it, and she was so confident. You would have never guessed how scared she was. And so when we were done and the team was like, I mean, it was during the day, and I couldn't believe all the people that showed up to give her support. And then I said, okay, now you have my house and it's got warmers all over the place. So now you're going to go live in your VIP group, and then you'll be fine. So then I said, I'm going to walk out of the room. So she got to walk through the house and kind of show off the new warmers. And so she felt really confident. So I thought it was a good training for that.
That's a great idea. Like, Brandy, that might be fun for your gal, is because we can call one person in, right, on a live video, and the ones that are, because I mean, it is real. There's no doubt it's real that resolution. Yeah. But the only way to overcome these kind of things is to try them. And
Yeah, I talked to her last week and I was like, what if you did it with your husband and had him talk? Like, and you just sat with him. And so she's like, she's still like, that just literally makes me want to not even be in the group because it makes me so anxious. And so I was like, well, you have a couple girls in the group and I definitely want you to do that. So I was like, okay, let's start with a picture. So how about you guys take a picture and you post what it is, and then, you know, let's make it a goal to try and get one video by, you know, the time we're done. And see, she's like, okay, let me think about it. So we'll see.
Have any of you seen the gal on Director's Page and above that she dressed up as a witch and had the cauldron, and she pulled, I don't know, 5 or 6 things out, and she's doing witch talk, and is her name Desiree something?
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah, she was really good.
It was darling. And sometimes people need to be incognito to do things. I mean, it's just an idea. I shared it on my team page and said, you know, here's a great idea. You can make it thematic for anything, but Halloween is upcoming. Look at that cute baby.
There you go. And another thing is like a good practice, and I, you know, because I never like to do this either, is turn your camera the other way so at least they hear your voice if you're showing off some different things. And it, you know, you can be showing off your warmer, and then it makes you feel confident as you start talking or whatever. Then, you know, eventually you can maybe turn the camera around after a couple times. Or I told my team too, like, how about a favorites Friday? Grab some 3 things that you love and go live every Friday and share, you know, some favorites of yours and why they're your favorites. So you could have the camera the other way just to practice.
Mm-hmm. Great idea.
You guys, we can't sell products on Facebook Marketplace, can we?
No.
Not in stock. You can show a product and put your website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can definitely advertise on Facebook Marketplace.
You can advertise, but you can't show your stock.
Correct.
Yeah.
They have it on hand.
Yeah, they have to buy off.
Look what you can get.
They have to buy
There you
from your PWS.
So maybe that's
always
something. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
say message me for details.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so-
people always ask, do you have this? And then you can say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a one-on-one message then.
But the key is you have to put your website, and it has to be real price.
Right. So
I thought we couldn't do Facebook Marketplace.
You can. You just can't show. You can't. You know, say, hey, look at all these sun circles I have, or
You can't say, hey, buy this windowsill breeze.
yeah, I have 3 on hand. You can show it, share it, like we said, and then put your website.
Okay.
Or contact me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
what do you want to do for the next week?
Oh, okay. Ken's ready to dive right into this. What are your thoughts for so it was kind of fun to see the energy, and I love when they feel like they want to post, I got a party booked,
Mm-hmm.
got 2 parties booked, or I had a conversation. So what are some thoughts on how we can keep that going? Because we talk about in our one-to-one how important it is for us to sponsor early in the incentive so we can start getting them certified, then lead, then star. So any thoughts out there for week 3?
What's critical to the incentive at this stage besides sponsoring?
I think
What about flipping? Sorry.
Houses?
Flipping parties.
Oh,
Duh.
I don't like that word.
Gifting.
I like that better.
What about gifting parties?
So sponsoring.
Yeah, just a different way of sponsoring.
Yep. What are you thinking? Are you onto something?
Well, I mean, there's 2 things you got to do to earn the incentives. You got to sponsor and you got to sell. So we spent the last week focused on sponsoring. I wonder if this week shouldn't be, how to book up your calendar for making sales, which leads to obviously hosting parties, which then leads you to gifting parties or earn a kit type opportunities, things like that.
So we did talk about doing a booking blitz, correct? Last time,
Yeah.
or kind of just softly talked about it.
Yeah,
So
do you
maybe
think this would be a week for it?
Should we do this week be a booking blitz, or what do you think? Or what about maybe this week we do 2 weeks. This week is about sharing your best ideas for making sales. So that could be a live where people could go on, do a live and sharing their best ideas for how they're going to make their 2,000 PRV or make sure they do their 1,000 PRV every month.
Like income producing, like how to,
Yeah.
Sorry, speaking out loud.
Share your best PRV ideas type thing. And then the next week could be, okay, a lot of people talked about struggling to make their sales or something like that. And then we can introduce the booking concept maybe the following week.
I think reverse it. Am I muted?
No.
Because I think the last week of the month is going to be a really big week for pre-orders for so if they could book some parties for the last week of the month and tell them, like, I'll give you access to the holiday brochure, the harvest brochure, because you'll be able to close your party on the 1st and get, it won't help for this month, but online orders will. But we can close your party on the 1st and you can get those holiday items you want. And your customers can order the holiday items if they want. You'll be first. So if they book those this week for next week, the next week they can focus on how to get those last minute sales to meet their goal for the last week of the month.
Yeah.
Can I talk about, maybe this is too basic, but like hostess coaching, because we just had them book the parties last week. Maybe we can roll into booking more parties this week and because hostess coaching is going to help your sales.
It's
Yeah.
important. Like right now, I know, like we're trying to help Terry. She's got crickets in her Facebook party. And so that's why we're telling her go live. So I think hostess coaching and, helping that way too is a good topic to talk about. Yeah, that's a good one. Hostess coaching.
So we have, today is the 16th or 15th, so we have 2 weeks left in this month, right? So majority of, if you guys haven't had a chance yet, will you fill out that Excel spreadsheet on your numbers of what they were in June, all of your people that are doing the incentive that you're the leader for, but fill that out. But it is looking like the majority of the team members are essential and certified and lead. So we're brand new, so picture that. So the majority of our audience is the newbies. What do you think out of everything we just shared about host coaching, booking blitz, parties, conversations, harvest, all that? What do you think would be most beneficial this coming week for a newbie to hear and then piggyback on it the following week?
I guess I'd say if they booked parties this week, then host coaching, but it kind of depends on when they booked the parties. Did they book the parties for this month or did they book the parties for next month?
But you know what? It's good information just to have so that they can prepare for when their party is too. Even if their party's not right now, like get prepared. Like last night I did all the laminating for my catalog parties and, get prepared so that when you do get them booked, you're ready to roll. So I think I like hostess coaching, and then I like Randy's idea of doing the sales that next week.
So what if this week we concentrate on how do you get sales? How do you get PRV? How do you convert that PRV to a party? Or how do you get sales? But have them, go live 30 seconds. Go live for 30 seconds. Do you have, nothing is mandatory. Brandy and I had this conversation earlier in the week. But absolutely nothing is mandatory in the Let's Go group, but it's, you got in the group because, and I'm talking to you how I would talk to a one-to-one. You chose to get in this group. You already fulfilled the 3 requirements to get in the group because you agreed to stretch a little bit. So we didn't say it was going to be easy. So take your baby steps. Make little tiny little bites into that elephant. And you know what? Get used to being uncomfortable. And so, yes, we want you to go live. So that is the answer. Yes, we want you to, but it's not our business. It's your business. So if you're going to grow, you're going to have to grow outside of your comfort zone and put on your stretchy pants and try something new. So if we all encourage our teamies to do a quick 30-second live on, hey, what's been your most successful way to make a sale? I mean, that's it. And then maybe we can piggyback on next week. We are laser focused. We'll do a booking blitz, but we're laser focused on the harvest collection. How do we get a party booked? And I'm not attached to. We can do the harvest collection this week, and then, because like you're saying, get yourself set up, get yourself prepared. We have this whole amazing collection coming out. So how can we get parties booked off of that? And so next week could be the booking blitz and all things about how to get a party booked from our language of new products. Because then it can piggyback on any new product, all the LTOs coming out, and then the holiday collection. What are your solidifications on that?
Crickets.
I'm thinking out loud here, and maybe we just need to do this individually. Do we need to even do coaching on lives? Because I've seen a lot of people, not a lot, but I've seen people that come on, and to me, the first 30 to 60 seconds is wasted time because they're fixing their hair and they're saying hi and commenting to people that are joining or watching. And I don't know if that's efficient use of time. And I'm old, I get that, I understand, get in, get it done, give them the information, because how long are they gonna watch you fix your hair and say hello to everybody? I get disgruntled. You just say, come on, what are we talking about here? Now, blast me for that.
Oh no, that's what a lot of the millennials, I'm just gonna wait right here until more people jump on, because they like that instant feedback of the people being on. And I'm all, hey, I'm starting right away. You can press pause or fast forward or rewind. But yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Hey.
Chris.
One other thought I had was, what if we did a polling question on in the group page, and we asked them, where are you at on your monthly PRV? So it's a mid-month check-in, and then you could have like 0 to 200, 200 to 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,500, 2,000 plus type, and then we could start to get, as leaders, we could start to get a sense of where they're at. And maybe we don't need to spend as much energy as we think we do on the PRV side. They're all killing it there. Or maybe we'll recognize that, boy, they're not, we're this, if they didn't get their 1,000 in last month, they're at risk this month of not getting that consistency bonus. And we need to do a lot more work on the PRV side. So I wonder if it would be useful to get a mid-month check on where everybody's at. What do you guys think?
I think that's a good idea. Because if they're, well, I would assume they're looking at it, but if they're not looking at it, it's going to make them look at it. And if they're doing good, it's going to let them toot their horn a little bit too. Like, oh.
Well, and that's one value of doing those, is that they'll see that other people are making it happen. So maybe I need to do more. So it sometimes can be motivating for other people to recognize that, hey, it can be done because people are doing it.
So now thinking about that, it's fun to see when we take the poll to see their feedback, and then it's going to drive us a little bit. Maybe we don't have them go live this week, because that's 2 weeks in a row they had to go live. And if they're going to start thinking, oh my gosh, every week I'm going to have to go live, it's the minority. I honestly think it's the majority that are reserved about going live. So maybe we don't have them go live. but we'll start the week with a poll. And then from there, maybe we do something as silly and just a minute, the dog wants out. Something as silly and basic as let's just this week is all how do you do an online party? And then I'll do the scavenger hunt live again and record it this time. Or I mean literally just focus on one particular part online parties. Somebody will do bingo and it doesn't have to be us, but somebody could do an online anything. But each one of us is in charge of one, whether you do it yourself or you have a team member or both, but each of us have a minimum of one online share, however you want to do it. You can go live and do it. You can set it up. I'll do an actual scavenger hunt like I do a scavenger hunt. So that will be one day this week. And then we can just figure out on our own who does what when, if that's an idea that you guys thought would gel and Ken has a thought.
Well, I was thinking the same things actually, that maybe this week isn't about them going live, but it's about the leaders getting on and sharing their best ideas for how do I make my sales? How do I get my PRV in the world of COVID-19? And then that, will give them ideas, because if it is a lot of newbies, relative newbies, I mean, comparatively newbies, then they probably are really in search of ideas and motivation and having confidence that, oh, if I do these things, I know it worked for this person, so I'm going to try it, and I know all you guys are not shy about going live, so we take that pressure off of them and do some leadership this week. I don't know, just a thought.
I love that idea because I think as newbies, I mean, I was a newbie a long time ago, and I had my testers and I went out and I did party. So people got to experience it. But here, there's no parties. People aren't getting out yet. So we got to give them other ways to do parties. So all kinds of different ideas. Yeah,
well,
I like that a lot.
And in this world, if you're not doing something online to generate PRV, some kind of IPA online, there's no way you're going to make it in this business.
I don't like the incentive, and that's what we're talking about.
Well, that's why they're on this page. So I was just looking at my calendar. We'll do the will meaning me. I'll do the scavenger hunt Wednesday night. Okay, so and it's going to be recorded, so I know not everybody's going to be able to do it. But wait, Wednesday's the. No, I'm going to do it Thursday the 20th. Sorry, it's Thursday the 20th at 7 p.m.
Your time.
Eastern time. Me. Scavenger hunt. And I'll record it and then we can share it on our team pages. So that is one idea. So if you already know what kind of share you want to do, whatever it is online, then you can do it. You don't even have to do it live, but you get the idea. Show and share how you generate PRV online somehow, even if it's your post and your, because like even like what you did, Yvonne, how you told us exactly what you said to people who responded to the warmers. That was so great. I mean, that's an online business. But for this week, I just changed it. This week, it literally needs to be an intentional event, not a post, an intentional IPA event, PRV event. I like that idea just because it's this time of year. We don't want them to get comfortable just making posts. It's sometimes, so there's bingo, there's Pictionary, there's however you want to do it. There's week long, there's one day, there's half hour, so yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Can we add catalog party to that? Just as a,
if it's online, only online this week.
Okay.
If you integrate it online, absolutely. Because my vision, Yvonne, which I'm glad you asked, my vision is this week is all online. Then the next week is all pouch, mail, snail mail, however. So we get all these different PRV ideas. But just to keep it simple, and I'm not attached, I'm just saying how we can break it down. Because if we just say parties, then there's a zillion. Let's just make
online, yeah. I get.
And then next week, let's do, and I'll write it down just so we can run it by ourselves again. But next week, we'll concentrate on just some kind of snail mail. How do you utilize snail mail to build your PRV and to sponsor? This week, how do we utilize online parties to generate PRV?
Well, I think.
And I think,
Not
oh,
just calendar, you can drop
This
off
is next
a
week,
set
though.
of catalogs and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, snail mail. I got you, honey. Catalog. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say, I think you can tie in the host coaching, because you host coach an online party much different than you would host coach a catalog party or basket party or whatever you want to call it. So when you do your live, you can talk about how do you host coach for this kind of party.
Jeanette, do you envision us, like if we chose a certain party that we're doing, I know you're gonna actually like do the party, but you envision us doing that, or can we just talk about how we do it?
However you want to.
Up to you.
And that's the beauty of all of us doing this together, is there's gonna be all these different styles to meet all the different learning styles. So yeah, however you're comfy. Do any of you have a thought on what day you want to do while we are on this live right now?
We're all gonna pick a day, is that the deal?
Yeah, if you know right now. No big if you don't, but we can start knocking it out.
I'll do Wednesday.
Hey, Yvonne, it's Wednesday.
I'll do Tuesday.
My only day off is Thursday, so can I double up and do maybe the morning with you, Danielle?
Yep.
I'll do Friday.
Okay.
Oh, Friday. Friday is Bonnie. Who said they would do Tuesday?
Randy.
My Brandy.
Maybe we can just post in the chat what kind of party we're going to talk about, so that
Yeah, you can do it. Whatever. Yeah, whatever makes you comfortable, and then our goal is to obviously be as much as detail oriented as we can with how we talk to our host, that coach. If all of us intentionally say, okay, then I coach my host. If all of us intentionally say, okay, and then I do host coaching, then they're going to see the consistency that, you know what? It's kind of important that we all somehow coach our hosts. So I love that how we're integrating the host coaching in with PRV events. So yes, online PRV events. And then we'll start it off. We'll do the poll right away, so we can right after the call.
I'm almost done.
What's that information on wait?
I think we should wait for the poll tomorrow, because after the call, don't you? Because this week is still, it ends tomorrow at the call, and we're
And I
still on sponsoring.
that a lot of people entered their orders at the end of the weekend. Don't you? Mine do.
Okay.
Okay,
So
good.
I'll do the poll tomorrow then. Maybe a couple of polls. I'd also be interested in understanding their comfort level with host flipping, or okay, not flipping, but the gifting of a party. How comfortable are they with knowing how that concept works, and how comfortable are they with knowing how the concept of earn a kit works? Those are basic skills they need to know how to do if they're going to use parties to sponsor and get their PRV.
Okay, so knowing that,
Could maybe,
oh, go ahead. Sorry, Mary. Sorry, I muted you because we can hear your car. Sorry.
oh, sorry, it's okay. So I'm just wondering, does someone want to maybe just talk just about flipping parties? Like, depending, it doesn't matter which kind of party you do, but I think that some people are much better at flipping parties than others. And I think that that's still an area where a lot of people get lost.
Yeah, so yes. But this week, we'll do 100% concentrate on how you do online parties. If you choose for your online party to be a gifted party, then yippee-ki-yay. But we wrote that down as a concentration, as a training week, is a 100% how do you gift a party and how does one earn a host kit. So yes, for shizzle.
Gotcha.
So knowing that tomorrow night, we're just gonna, so our Sunday night chats, 20 minutes, whoever facilitates them, literally, we just talk about them. It's all about the teenies. How did your week go? Who wants to share some of their successes from the week on the topic, which this last week was sponsoring. And then we just literally tell them what our challenge of the week is. So this week our focus is what? So this week our focus is online PRV events, any IPA that can happen online, and you're going to see all of us leaders doing it. So what is their big focus of the week as a team member, as an incentive, let's go member? Because we know our role as a leader. You done?
I wasn't exactly sure what the question was, but what you said was, this can roll into also booking parties, because now they're learning what kind of parties they can offer to their hosts. It was just a thought. I don't know why I started thinking about that, but this week they start learning all these different parties, because some people don't want to do a party, online party, because they have a stigma of like, oh, you just sit there, blah, blah. And you're like, no, I have this new scavenger hunt or bingo party, or it's only 30 minutes, blah, blah, blah. So.
Yeah, so maybe part of it should be, even though we did week 2, book 2 last week, maybe it should be booking blitz this week for them.
Maybe not a booking blitz, but just continue with the booking. And we're going to show you how some online ways to party to book your parties.
Well, and that, like we said, it's any IPA event. I guess, we don't have to call it just to play off of what you're saying, Brady. These are all the different ways to utilize online to build your business, to get sales.
Yeah.
Concentrating on sales, PRV, IPA event. Whether you call it a party, whether it is a party or what, but it's somehow online. It's not just.
He's so happy.
It's a post. So maybe their challenge is to watch all of them or interact on all of them, because there's going to be at least 6 or 7 of us doing one. So show up to the scavenger hunt, or post on your particular post, or or even, hey, if you have one, show us, tell us, you go. So this week is all about online PRV activity. How long are virtual events? It's got to be an event, don't you think? Because otherwise they're going to do the post and talk about how, which is great, but this week we want them to be very intentional about doing a party, whether they call it a party or not. How are they doing a PRV activity through the internet? So that's their challenge. Get involved, do one, or show one, share one, watch all of them.
Maybe once we post what we're going to do on our day, we could make a title that day. I can post it if you want, but like today we're talking about scavenger hunts. And do you do a scavenger hunt? How do you do your scavenger hunt? Do you have tips? Do you have ideas? And it could be all posted under that title for the day. So that way, if somebody wants to go back and look at scavenger hunts, it would all be in the comments.
I like that idea. Just kind of have a theme for the day of what type it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to volunteer Holly for bingo, because I know she'll want to do bingo.
Yeah.
Okay. So then are you okay with our PM, our chat PM? We'll come up with who does what, so you'll know, your topic. And then Randy will make the thematic topic for that particular day. Mm-hmm. Mary and I are both doing Thursday, though.
We'll have double.
Yeah, or I'll look and see if I can't do a different day so it doesn't confuse everybody. So we'll make that work. But before we go,
can somebody do one that has 2, that you invite somebody to do it with you, so we know how to do that?
Yeah, I can do that in mine. Did I unmute?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I can do that in mine, because I usually have my host come on the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so who would like to facilitate tomorrow? And that literally, that's all we do. We facilitate. We don't talk about all of our leadership stuff that we just talked about. We just talk about these team. What do these team members, not the leaders, what do the team members need to know for tomorrow? Just what we covered. So who would like to share tomorrow night? Facilitate.
I will.
Okay.
Brandy.
Perfect. So Brandy's tomorrow. And then just so it's all consistent, we just literally do a check-in. How did your week go? Then from there we say, okay, this week is all about blah, 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 and that's it.
Okay.
That's it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what we'll be doing as leaders, what you need to be doing as a participant.
Perfect.
And
And
Just a
then-
quick question. In my head, I'm thinking of doing something that I did. It was called Deal or No Deal, kind of a really fun thing. But it was basically to get rid of some of my stock that I had. It was a way to show people how to sell stock they had. Are people in this group too new to show them something like that, or is that a good thing to show them?
I think you could show it, but to get orders. So deal or no deal, you get this or that, deal or no deal when you do a share or party, or tweak it to where you're making sales. Like you have an order going
Like
in.
a mystery bag, maybe? Like how you would do a mystery bag breakdown, but you could do deal or no deal.
The key, Yvonne, is that it drives PRV for incentive points. So as long as you can tie it back to that, whether it's they get, buy the warmer of the month and do X, Y, and Z with it, or whatever it is, as long as you can tie it back to that, I think that's all that matters.
Okay.
Whether it's an inventory product that they have or whether it's orders they need to make. At their
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Bonnie, how was it for you last week? Was it fun?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I know. I love seeing how happy everyone. You made them giggle like 5,000 times. It was great.
It's perfect. I think you did a really good job, Bonnie.
Yes,
I liked it.
too.
I watched the replay, so I was sad I couldn't comment that when you were doing it.
Well,
I don't know.
we were all ready to sing you happy birthday, Brandy.
I know. I'm sorry. We were just out at the river, and
You are sorry. That is right.
I'm sad. I'm sad I missed it.
All right. Is there anything else that we should cover? And then next week we'll kind of get the idea of wrapping our
Oh,
heads.
Madison to wake up.
Okay. All right then. Well, if you have any thoughts, share them, PM them, keep it in the. We can keep going on our group. But bye, Punkerdoodle. You guys enjoy the
Bye-bye.
weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye, you guys.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.